All right, good afternoon. Welcome back here to Trader Minute. Great to have you aboard. 311.83 is the profit level here for Netflix, and looks like we're pretty close here. 311.75. So I'm going to go make a change here with Netflix and adjust this trade a little bit. We only have one contract, and so normally once we hit the first price target, we're going to take 40% of the position off, let the other 60 go, and adjust. But with only one contract here, I am forced to pull the entire thing and go grab something else. So let's see here, 21.95. Let's see if they'll fill me at that. Probably not. Yeah, let's see here. This is pulling back a little bit, so let me pull this order off. All right, I canceled that order here. So let's see here. Yeah, you can see how it's jumping around. Yeah, 21.80 to 22. All right, there's spreads coming in. I always hesitate to do a market order on something like this. All right, 21.90 filled. All right, so 21.90 filled here on Netflix. So out of the position here at 21.90. All right. Now that's one contract, so basically $2,200. I'm gonna put about 60% back in. I'm looking at 12 to 1,300, somewhere in that area. And if I just kind of scroll down here on the same option date, we could just come in and I can look at these. I can look at these 307.50s, which is what I'm looking at there, and just adding a contract here at 307.50. So basically a roll. Just basically a roll here, and let's see if we can get that here at let's see, 1390. Yeah, so no problem there at 1390. So let me make sure the alerts are all functioning properly here. So ticker is Netflix. 1390 was the fill price on one contract again, and we'll go adjust the spreadsheet. And the strike price is the same month, so the 20th of December. So 20th of December, but the 307.50 calls. Okay, or I should say call. All right. There we go. All right. So let's come in here and adjust this, and basically I can take everything and get it down a little bit here. But let's get our exit here is 11:21 p.m. Right, and the exit price on this. Let me grab that. 21.90. Right, so 21.90, and then this one is closed. Okay. All right, so that leaves us with with another one here, and our entry price here on this. Let's see if I can grab that. Okay, looks like the text on the entry is still being held up just a bit here. All right, but 1390 the entry price on that. In the stock price here, where we made this happen, 311.71. So 311.71 here. Now the ATR has moved on it since we entered the original position. The ATR now is 850. Okay, so that is going to adjust things a little bit, but not by much. It was 859 when we got in before. So anyway, that gives us our exit level of 303, our new profit level of 328. Notice we've been talking about 330 as kind of being this price level that I expect Netflix to go to, yeah, this kind of gets us to be able to hold it up to that 330 level, and so we'll let that play out. We'll readjust our exits. So our auto exit date here is going to adjust to, let's see, the 26th. Okay, the 26th. So 11-26, and that'll be a PM. Now, we do have the Thanksgiving holiday coming in next week on the 28th. So our green exit date is going to be on the 4th, I believe, but I'm going to double check that here after I jump off video. But that'll anyway. I'll double check that because I'm not 100% sure on that. All right. So ultimately, we have we have more money in the trade right now than what we originally put into it. Sorry about that. There we go. Which is what we should have, right? We're not trying to take it all off the board here, but yeah, we got our second. This is only the second trade that's hit its price target here. This challenge, which is well below the expected run rate, but we are we had Micron. Now we have Netflix going up and hitting its its target level here. Okay. All right. 1 second here. Okay, all right. So that's Netflix, and that's the adjustment being made here on Netflix, and and I see it break above yesterday's high here today, and make the push above this high here in October, and look to be running there. Now we do have a signal on the board right now, and it's a bullish signal, and it's on Halliburton. Now Halliburton. If I come in here, let's fill it in here. 11:21 p.m. We have Halliburton bullish. All right, so Halliburton is one that is on the challenge watch list, but it's a tier 2, right? What does that mean? Well, that basically means that I'm only willing to trade it if the options are priced right. And the options are interesting here, right? They're interesting, and I priced them out before I got on. We've seen the stock rally just a little bit here from that. But if we come into Halliburton and we look at the average true range, okay, the ATR on Halliburton right now is about 72 cents, right? So 72 cents here for Halliburton. And, so if I come out to the 20th of December, go out the 30 days, 29 days, we can get into the 20s for $1.35. We can get the 20 and a halves for $1.03, $1.04 here. And they have a delta of 62. So we have an option here that will essentially give us a double if we get the 2 average true range move. All right. If it goes against us, though, we're going to have about a 40% loss on it. Okay, so it's within the challenge parameters there of of risk reward. It's not completely outside of that. But one of the things I've kind of looked at is said, do I just wait and see if I can grab it for a little bit cheaper tomorrow? Can I get maybe a little bit of a bargain on it tomorrow with the price action? But the thing with it is the options just simply are not over what's the right word here? They're not overpriced to a degree that I can wait till tomorrow with the challenge rules. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into a position, but I'm going to do 12 contracts instead of 14 or 15. just to kind of mitigate the risk just a little bit here. And so I'm going to do 12 contracts of the 20th of December, 20 and a half calls here on Halliburton. And let me just make sure everything's set here for it to go out. I'm being told we do have an issue with the email alerts once again. So these are going to be the 20th of December 2050 calls, and it's going to be it's going to be 12 contracts here, and I haven't filled that yet. So let's see here if I can make this happen. And I'm just going to do a market order. So $5, yeah, $5 is my fill price here for it. Okay, so there we go. That alert should be off. So let's come in here, fill out our trade data here. And today's date 11/21. Again, PM session. All right, and looks like the text alert on the Halliburton entry went out just fine. All right. So here we go. Halliburton, 11:21 p.m. There we go. I'll get the fonts changed up there. But at $5 was the entry price. Contracts, 12 contracts. Now the stock entry price here is $21.01. And then the ATR here is 72. Okay, I'm going to pause for 20 seconds here. All right, my apologies. And so that's going to bring us a stock exit level here of 2029, profit level of 22.45, and our current stock price here is, well, our delayed stock price, I should say, is 21.01. And our auto exit date here is going to be the same as NFLX. And again, I'll double check the auto exit green date here for it. Make sure that that is correct. Okay. And then, so cash in, that'll be about 1,200, a little more than 1,200 here. And there we go. All right, so that brings the challenge just shy of 3,700 here, and you know, it's been a slow go. But you know, without the numbers really being in our favor, you know, still grinding a gain, which is nice to see. Nice to see NFLX push up into that 2 ATR area, and so now this is going to leave us here with cash, about 1,000 in cash. Yeah, about 2,600 in play and about 1,000 in cash. 2,700, 900, somewhere in that area, and you know, not quite enough to do another position. I guess we could, you know, depending on the position here, but you know, not going to be looking to do that unless the price is perfect, right? Unless the price is perfectly right. All right. So that's Halliburton. Now, you know, I do want to come to the front page here of this spreadsheet, and you can access the spreadsheet via the link that's in the message feed. I add the link, you know, every other day or so there, and you can access it, you know, in this has all the information for the challenge. And one thing I'd encourage you to do, if you have questions about how the challenge functions, just come to the front page. And, you know, come into the different videos that are here. How the trade triggers work in the 3/7 scan. You know, what the watch list is about. right? A video discussion on the ATR method. So basically, what we did with Netflix today is an automatic response to Netflix hitting its first price target, and that is just this ATR method. And that is how we respond to the exits of each and every trade. So there's a video discussion about the details of that. And then the sorting methods, which doesn't come into play very often, but you can access those videos. They're not too long, and you can access them just right here from the spreadsheet. And if you have any questions there, if you have any further questions, shoot them over to support at Trader Minute. They're happy to help you out there with those. And Michelle and the others, they'll forward things over to me as as needed here. Okay. All right. So those are the challenge changes here, and going to run into the close here with with those. All right. Now the market as a whole, not a whole lot in it today. In fact, very little in it here today. Let's just pull it up. The S&P futures. You can see that they're pretty much trading in the range that we saw yesterday afternoon. This drop that came into play, right? The high and the low. We've basically just seen futures trade within that range here in the past 24 hours. Now we've seen several positive things, several negative things on the trade war. We've seen a bunch of Fed speak. We've seen a bunch of comments on the political proceedings here in the U.S. And none of it's been able to break the market down or break the market out. We're not seeing the metrics change in any real material way here today. We are seeing some of the banks bounce back. I was really hoping we'd see a bull signal on Bank of America. I'd love to play Bank of America higher. It does have a 3-7 crossover on it, but the consolidation risk component on it is super high. It's not even close to being low enough to enter for the challenge. So, not able to do that. But again, same market as what has been. And tomorrow, will that possibly change? Well, it could. Why do I say that? Well, we're going to get a piece of data here tomorrow that's a little bit different. That's just a little bit different. And what is that? Well, that's going to be the PMI data, and it's going to be our first look at November data from around the world, right? We're going to get Japan here tonight. We'll see that. Then we'll get European, the European PMI numbers, Germany, France, the other European countries releasing their data. And then we'll see the number here in the U.S. 15 minutes after the market opens. And so this will be a look at how manufacturing, how services are growing, here around the world. I think it's going to just be something that it's either going to give the market a very calming feeling, or one that, hey, you know what, we can see the economy grow even if we don't see resolution to the U.S.-China trade war. We saw this morning the Philly Fed number that came out. And it came out better than expected. And, this is a manufacturing survey number similar to the PMIs, but, much more regional looking. And this argument that the bulls have of green shoots in the economy starting to sprout, can either be wiped away or it can be solidified with the data that we are going to see before the open tomorrow and then 15 minutes after the open tomorrow. So I do think that, this is going to be the data or something that has a good chance of, moving the markets in a significant way, and more of a fund manager movement than an algorithm computer movement that's just happening based off of, a news blip. So, anyway, that will be coming out here, in the next 24 hours, and very interested to see, to see what it looks like there. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for being with us here at Trader Minute. Great to have you. Have yourselves a fantastic evening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Take care.